everyone, it's Jenny Garcia from earthyscrap.blogspot.com and Earthy Scrap on Facebook. And speaking of Facebook, this is my Earthy Scrap Facebook page. Make sure you like it so you can stay up to date with projects I do for my design teams and other personal projects. Today I'm going to share with you how do I edit my photos using my phone and how I use my Canon printer to print them. So the first step is super easy. You're going to take a photo. You can take the photo, or I also, when I take photos with my big camera, I upload them to Shutterfly. And in here in photos, you're going to see my albums. And here what I do is I go up to the photo and I press this button. Yes. And it's going to give me the option to save the image. After I save the image, or all the images I wanted, I'm going to go to my favorite editing app, PicTapGo. And I'm sorry I'm a little bit in the dark, but that's the only way you can really see the photos. So here it's going to show me all the photos, and I'm going to pick this photo to give you an example. Normally, okay, after you can either keep going or you can choose that photo. That photo is pretty good, but I'm going to choose it just for the sake of it. That's my niece, Nashi. And my formula always is, or almost always, it's lights on, autocolor, and crispity. And sometimes I also like to use air, but I use them in different, quantities. Like I could go all the way, or I would like it just a little bit lighter. I think there is fine. And then I go to watercolor, which also it's a bit too high. It's very rarely that I leave one of these filters all the way down. I always try to go either in the middle or after. And crispity is a really harsh filter, so I never leave that one all the way. I just wanted to see her eyelashes a little bit, her curly hair. And sometimes with photos like these, they're like airy and ethereal photos, I like to use filters like Awake, but it's a little bit too, I don't know, orangey. And the good thing about this app is that you can press on the right to see how your previous filter was, and you can press on the left to see how it is originally. I really like how Air looks, but at the same time, I really like the color she's wearing on her nails and her lips, and of course the color of her skin. So I think I'm going to ditch the Air. Also, the Air filter is really good for when you have a photo that is not really great quality. My husband's cousin sent me a photo of my daughter playing with her son, and the quality was really bad. So I put like a really heavy filter on it, so it looked like an old photo, that the quality wasn't good because it has that kind of old Polaroid style. Or I'm going to leave it just a bit airy, which I do sometimes too. And then you're going to press go, and then you're going to save it to camera roll, or you can share it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and even the Project Life app. And that photo is now fixed in my camera roll. And I could also go to apps like the Runa app. My favorites to embellish are Instaplace, A Beautiful Mess, the Runa app, little moments, and I think only those. And sometimes I also use a color story to make it look more sweet or have higher colors. So let's do the Runa app. I haven't used that in a while. So here you're gonna go to your photos, all photos. I'm going to pick the one that I was using. I'm going to leave it original. And you don't have to do this. I don't do it a lot. I save it for December daily. I don't know why on December daily I go all crazy with my filters. Here you can use that one. You can change the color, but I really like, oh, if you press the color, it will give you different combos. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. You just found that with me. You're welcome. I don't want it close to her face, and I don't want it close to, but you get the idea. Then you hit done, and here you are going to share, and it's going to save the image. And I always save it high resolution. But I'm not going to do that now because I don't want to save it like that. And after I embellish my photos, sometimes if they are portrait 4x6, I go to PicTapGo. And I pick this. I'm going to change the aspect to 6x4, and I'm going to make this a little bit thinner because when I cut my photo in two, I don't want it to be cut off. So I saved some photos in here to show you. I don't have, okay, let's use these two, which are squares, but for the sake of the tutorial. And sometimes I enhance it, not all the time, because sometimes it's really harsh and it's not really good. I hit cancel and I hit done. Sometimes you can either go closer I like how portrait look. You know what, I'm gonna leave portrait, which I almost never use, and this one actually I'm gonna zoom in. Yep. And this one I'm gonna go back to the normal photo, and then to save it you're just gonna keep pressing this one and it's gonna say your collage was saved. And for my 3x3 photos, I have a special format that I use, and I basically made this this layout. Let me check. You can create it here. So first what I do is I divide it in two. So you have to tap and divide. And then this is going to give you a percent, and you're going to put it at 75. As close as 75. Ugh. That's the annoying thing about this. There you go. And then I'm going to tap the top, and I'm going to cut it, and it's going to be at 50-50 each. And I'm not going to save it because I already have it, but here you could save it, and it's saved already. So you can see, and then I'm going to change the aspect to 6x4, and here I'm going to put 2 square photos. And I'm going to drag the photos. You know, same thing if you want to fix them. I'm going to put it as skinny as I can because my my camera, I have my printer. I have a Canon Pixma, and sometimes it cuts off a little bit of the border, so I leave that tiny sliver so it has some wiggle room. And when it prints, it's gonna print this in white. And I'm just gonna cut it, and these two photos are gonna be 3x3, which fits perfect. The October afternoon 3x3 pockets, and also the Studio Calico ones. And after I deal with my collages, and sometimes I make even bigger collages, let me show you. I also have, when I'm done editing these photos and put them in collages like this one, you can also put more photos, up to 8 photos, 16, doesn't matter. Once I'm done with them, I select them. I go to all photos, I select, and I tap all the ones I want, and I add 2, and I look for the print these. I have a file for especially for printing, and I put them there. Then I go to my Canon app. I'm going to go to all these photos, even though I have my print one, but I want to show you how I print the square one that I fix. I'm going to select it, I'm going to hit next, and I'm going to put a border in it so it's square. If I don't put the border in it, it will be a landscape photo and it will cut her face and her chest. So I'm going to hit print. And sometimes it gives me a little trouble because in this room my Wi-Fi is not really good, and the way the printer is connected to the phone, it's via Wi-Fi. And right now it's printing. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but I think that now there you go. And I use the Canon Pixma, like I said, and I use the Canon paper and the Canon ink. Every Black Friday, Canon has an amazing sale on paper, so you might want to stock up on that even if you don't use Canon Pixma, because the deals are so amazing, and they always have. I bought like 1,000 sheets of 4x6 paper for $10 and free shipping. So that means it's done. And this is how it looks. Now I just have to cut a little less of an inch from each side. And it's perfect, and I love the colors. And I'm glad I went with the air filter a little bit. It helps with the whimsy of the photo. And once I'm done with the photos, in the digital era, you just can't ignore them. I have Amazon Prime, and I use Amazon Photo to save all my photos. It does that automatically, so I don't want to open it because it's going to take a long time, and it's going to keep doing it. But if you have Amazon Prime, this is free, and it saves all your photos, not the videos. I think you have to pay for the videos. I want to check that out, but you can save all your photos. So those are my 5. Take the photo or download it from Shutterfly. 2, edit it with PicTapGo, Camera Plus, Color Story, whatever you want. And if you want to add something extra, you can use the Runa app. That's the printer, it keeps making noise. The Runa app, Instaplace, or you can do the collages if you have your 3x4s. Then you print, then you save. Important to save. You don't want to lose those memories. So those are my 5. If you have any questions, make sure you leave it at the comments. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's pretty easy, and I hope that you can see it well because it's a little tricky to film with another screen on it. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you liked it, share it with your friends, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more Project Life, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.